Hey, how's it going? Neil here in the FM Dugout, back with I'll Take the Low Road, Episode 6, The Journey of Peebles FC. So, it's crunch time today. It's what we've been working towards the whole season. It's the playoff final. It's a bit weird saying that because, to be honest, there wasn't a semi-final, but hey, who's complaining? So this is where we wanted to be. This is the point at which we either succeed and get up a division, or we fail and we have to play another 45 games next season, which, to be honest, I don't think I can face it. So we really have to win here. But we've been in fantastic form throughout the whole season. You'll see from the league table here, we are unbeaten. Not a single game lost, although we had a few close calls in the last few games. And I'll run through that in a minute, but on the whole we've done really well. We're playing Edusport Academy, and we actually played them earlier on in the season and beat them 2-0, but I think it was the second game of the season, and you know, I don't think there's too much you can read into it. We certainly made a few more signings since then, and you know, they've obviously won their league, so they've gelled a bit better than when we played them. So a few updates on where we stand at the moment. The consortium bid that was in place on the last video, it was at the start of January, I think, has fallen through. So we aren't getting taken over. We are still the same chairman, and we've still got our same crappy balance at 27 in the red. So we've still got our 3 cup competitions. We could win 10k in each of them, which will just put us in the black. I haven't had anything for the league yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything. If it has to sort of get through the playoff final today until, you know, we get told how much we get. Maybe there is nothing. I don't know. I mean, it is the bottom tier of Scottish football. So, you know, financially, it's not been a great year. We're certainly not going to go semi-pro next year, so it'll be interesting to see how the amateur status works out. So, a few other bits and pieces, transfers. We've got rid of a couple, and we brought in one as well, and I'll get on to that in a minute. So we got rid of Stephen Black, who has, in the space of 2 months, retired. He doesn't exist anymore. And we freed these other 2 guys just a month ago. I mean, these were people that weren't happy. I told them I would try and look for a team for them. I didn't, and I've just freed them. Keep the squad happy as a whole. Darren Hawkins has left though, so you'll remember way back in the first video, he was the one I was earmarking as our star player. That was before we signed anyone, and yeah, so he has, you know, 25 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. I mean, he's decent. It's not particularly great. He's not played very well for Hoyt since he's moved there, so I'm not too distraught about it. He probably wasn't going to get played next year anyway, depending on what kind of players are available in the free transfer market. So he was one of the guys that was unhappy. Now, he didn't actually give me an ultimatum. He didn't come back and say I'd broken a promise or anything. Hoyt just came in with a bid before the transfer window closed, and he's accepted it. So I brought in some replacement cover here in the form of Ross Wright. Now, again, he's nothing special, but you know, he's probably just as good as Hawkins, maybe a little bit better. There's a few green icons here. Flair's quite decent for that kind of position. First touch is pretty good, but he has played once. I'm not looking to play him. He's here purely as backup to Mike Jack, who, by the way, has been in incredible form. 20 goals in 37 games, playing in the advanced midfielder position is just absolutely fantastic. 7.41. I'm pretty sure he's going to get our player of the year, the fans players of the year. So off to today's game. It sees us take on Edusport Academy, as I say. I've totally forgotten going through the fixtures. Okay, so getting ahead of myself. I just want to get the season finished. So we finished here, Lothian Thistle, the 5-1 win, and you'll see we had one blip against Ormiston. That was actually where we won the league. We won the league in that day, so it was a little bit disappointing. It took the shine off it. You know, some decent wins. You know, 4-0, a couple of 3-1s. But there's a few games, 4-3, 5-4, where we've really just rode our luck out a little bit. Tynecastle game was certainly one of those games. Phil Story scoring a double in that game, still continuing on that great form. They scored 2 late goals, it kind of gave us a bit of a nervy finish. It was fairly even in terms of the stats. What else did we have? So Stirling, fairly uneventful. The Coldstream game, this was unbelievable. We were 3-0 up at half time, absolutely cruising. Second half started, 5 minutes in, it's 3-2 to us. And a further 9 minutes later, 3-3, then we're 4-3 down. And Phil Story came off the bench to score a brace, which, we got the win, which I think when you look at the stats, we were probably due it, but certainly the start of the second half was terrible. I just felt the game was running away from us there. Stonking attendance at 22, we're really seeing that pick up. So yeah, I think Craig Royston as well was another game where we were actually on the back foot in that game. Looking at the stats, I think Craig Royston had the better of the game, and we managed to get the win. We were down to 10 men as well for the last 20 minutes, so it was a very nervy finish. And again, at that stage, it was just a case of trying to keep the unbeaten run going, which we managed to do. So that's an achievement in itself. So today's game will see the culmination of our season's efforts to see whether we're going to succeed or not. Following that, there is the cup final against Dyemouth. That'll be the next video I'll do probably. Whether or not I'll do the other 2 cup finals, I don't know. I suppose that'll take us up to about 9 episodes for a season. That's not too bad. So if we go to our squad today, in terms of who we're lining up with, I think everyone's relatively fit. Phil Story for me has just been in such good form. I can't look beyond him, even though Patrick Martin's probably the better player. And I think everything else is fine. Anthony McGuigan has absolutely died away. So Jamie Mills is our main man in the left winger position, and he's been playing really well there. So what I've done today with Kieran Bowl out, I've reshuffled it now to put Michael Mossy at left back, just because I don't rate McGuigan at the moment compared to how Mills is playing, and our other left back is John Gallagher, which, you look at the boy and he's fit, he's brave, and he's determined, but this is undoubtedly the biggest game of our season, so we really don't want to be taking a chance with someone who's unproven. So yeah, I think we'll go with that, and we'll see how we get on. So the pundit looks as though he's backing us to win today. Here's hoping he's right. Standard 4-4-2 for Edusport. We've never really had problems with 4-4-2. It's usually the 5-3-2 with the wing backs that gives us a problem. Craig Royston played 4-3-3, which really caused us issues, and I had to pull one of the midfielders back into a kind of anchorman position. That seemed to steady things up a bit. I'm going to start with control today because I just think I don't want to take any chances early on, just in case. I want to keep it tight and maybe make through the first 20 minutes. If it's 0-0, we'll go attacking if we've got our fair share of the game. It certainly looks that way in the first 15 minutes. We've got the possession, we've got decent passing completion. Just doesn't look like there's any chances being created, but this is what I come to expect from this team. I'm going to go attacking now. As soon as you go attacking, here you go, straight away a highlight here. So that's a hint for yourselves. I think when you go control, depending on obviously who you've got in your team, certainly my guys seem to just sit back a little bit, and attacking just gives us that extra edge. But let's see whether or not this is going to be our chance or theirs. It should be ours, but you never know. Right, Harry, look down the wing. That's it. Come on, Sandy. Wingate scored a couple of crackers from distance. Is he going to do it now? Off the bar. unlucky. Yeah, he's scored a couple of really good goals from outside the box. Mossy from the corner, he should have buried that. That was just begging to be slammed in the net there. Okay, so half-time approaching. We haven't given them a single shot. A little bit disappointed with our sort of clinical edge up front. We're just not really taking our chances, but at least we're making them. So yeah, give them words of encouragement. I was actually going to tell Story he was doing badly, but he's motivated, so that should be enough. Yeah, we've got the "you weren't bad," so we'll go with that. That's usually a good way to get them to. There you go. Defence seem to like it. Okay, so 45 minutes to decide our fate. Now, usually we're pretty poor coming back on at half time, so I'm going to be a little bit wary. And Juaro's injured now. Okay, so it looks like Johnny Blake's going to have to play in the midfield role. I mean, he's played most of the season at right back when he's been on. I have played him here a couple of times and he's been okay. Yeah, a lot more to come from him. He's been a good squad player, Johnny, but I think if we can get the right people in next year, he probably won't feature. We'll probably let him go because he'll expect to be played. Certainly Harry Stewart's been first choice right back, and he's been a really good signing, which is what you'd expect because he was at a Premier League club. Story off the post. Get the feeling it's just not going to be our day today. Story's now down at 6.1. I think we'll try Patrick Martin. Jamie Mills is kind of letting me down a bit in the left there after I bigged him up pre-game, so hopefully he can do something. Let's try and get a bit of passion into them and tell them we want more from them. I don't really find these team talks work, but you never know. It might work one of these times, and today's a pretty important day to try and do it. Right, we're at 84 minutes now. Really gutted by this. Just had so much possession. Let's go with route 1, pump the ball into the box, much higher tempo. Not going to take more risks because we really can't afford to lose a goal here. So going overload is a risk in itself, I suppose. And it goes to extra time. Okay. Now I'll tell them I'm not happy. Right, I definitely don't want to be an overload from the start here. I'll go back to shorter passing. Probably just a higher tempo because obviously now the legs are going to be getting tired, and I'm hoping my boys are a bit fitter, although we have had a much longer season than they have. Yeah, okay, so we'll go with that. We'll see how this gets on. So another 30 minutes now to decide our fate for this season. Luckily the defence seem to be playing pretty well. The two centre backs are having I think I've just sealed their fate here. Oh dear, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, come on. One shot on target in the entire game. You just know that some days things don't go your way. We're going to have to take more risks now. We're really going to have to go for it. I think I'll have to bring on Natumba, certainly the half time of extra time. Drew Wingate's a bit tired now. Come on boys, clear it. Jeez, we're riding our luck here. If we can come away from this getting through, I'll be happy. I don't care how it happens. Right, win this header. Send it right back down the park. Right, come on Jamie. Look for the pass. Martin, another good chance goes begging. It really doesn't feel like our day. We're buckling under the pressure. Are we going to get a chance here? Come on, guys, stop passing, just shoot. Yes! Great goal from Mike Jack there. 21st goal of the season. As I say, that's astounding for a midfielder. Really, really good. I think I'm just going to stick in this formation. I can see they've got two players carrying an injury. Drew Wingate at 56%. Might have to start looking at what he's like at penalty taking. He's 6. Natumba, penalty taking 7. Slightly better. Yeah, I think probably what I'll do is I'll put Jack into central mid. And I'll play Natumba behind Patrick Martin. It's probably not his natural position, but, you know, fresh legs and all, I think it's the right choice. Alright boys, 15 minutes. Nice and easy. What we don't want to do is concede. Now, I am taking a big risk by staying on overload here, but I just felt there, you know, towards the end of the game they were on the ropes a bit. If we'd had another 10 minutes we might have been able to score. I think this is going to penalties. Well, you couldn't have asked for a more dramatic end to the season than this. Is this the last chance? Come on, Sandy. Jamie Mills, right at the death. And it's not offside. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Which, my God, when you look at those stats, that's unbelievable that this game went as close as it has. We have been all over them in front of goal, but we just haven't been able to take our chances. And it's done. Well done, lads. Wow, that was that was a little bit stressful. Well, we got what we wanted. We got our promotion. And oh dear. Well, I did say Jamie Mills was in good form, so at least he managed to prove me right, even though it took him 120 minutes to do that. Have we got any money? Right, so we got, yes, there we go, 10k. Let's have a look at that lovely bank balance now. 16k in the red. So that means if we can win the 3 cup competitions, it'll leave us on about 14k, I think, if I'm right. Which is pretty good going, I guess, considering how we've been. But yeah, just relieved to have got this. I just really don't want to play another 45 games. Yeah, if we take a quick look at that division above us, Scottish Lowland League, so they look like they're only playing, what we got, 26 games they play, so a whole 19 games less than we've had, so that should be pretty good going for us. So job done. As I say, I'll probably do my next live com with the Eyemouth United final. I think we'll see how that goes, whether or not there's any point in doing the other 2 cup finals. You know, as ever, if you've liked the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and you know, be sure to leave any comments. I appreciate them all, and I will see you in the next one.